I don't care if it's a week, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? LeBron James. That's who y'all got to start appreciating. And you got to stop disrespecting this man. You got A.J. Brown, who's a legit number one, and you got Julio, who's a legit number one. One of them dudes got to get double teamed. Who gonna get double teamed? And whoever gets double teamed, the other one gets the ball. I'm saying this with no pun intended, with full of pride. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 5 of the Prideful Takes podcast. As always, it's your boy Pride, and I decided to drag somebody here with me, so that way it's not just me. The one, the only, it's that boy Sage, aka Hyro. How you feeling, my boy?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. How about you?
Another day in paradise. So, look, straight up, all NFL episode, my boy. Straight up all NFL. That's all we chatting about today. And first and foremost, that boy, my guy, Justin Fields. He about to have a field day. He about to do his thing. He's finally starting. He's getting his first start against the Browns. Andy Dalton is injured. Instead of trying to make him play against the Browns, they finally decided, let's give this rookie a chance. Let's see what he can do. So they're going to call on his number. His number is called up. He's going to have to play against the Browns. So what should be the expectations? Now, first and foremost, I'm going to put it to you like this. Let me lay some of the groundwork real quick. If anyone expects this dude to throw 350 with 8 touchdowns, you stupid. I'm just throwing that out there real quick. Look, bro, I'm keeping it a stack, bro. If y'all expecting this dude to come out and start this MVP run, you smoking. You smoking. He should have an acceptable performance. Will be 1 touchdown, 200 yards, no turnovers, and just milk the clock out. Now, obviously, we both know he's going to lose, right? Or do you?
Oof, we don't know.
Okay. So you think the Browns have a legitimate chance?
No. Well, the Browns will.
No, Browns. I'm sorry, the Bears.
The Bears defense, good. So are the Browns defense.
Okay.
So it's a matter of offense, right? So Fields had 70 yards first 2 games?
Yes. Yep. He had 60 last game and then 10 against the Rams. Yes.
Okay. He's gonna have to bring a lot more than that to this game.
He will.
If the past 2 games are any indication, the Browns have scored over 20 points, over 3 touchdowns each game?
Yes. This is a very high-powered Browns offense. So, look, like I said, I'm not going to say that. Look, if you're a Bears fan, just call it an L. I think that's what you should do. Just call it an L. Say, you know what, we're going to lose. Let's focus and see how I was about to say Jalen Hurts. I'm on one right now. How Justin Fields plays. We need to find out how he plays against, like you said, a very good defense. This ain't a scrub defense. You're not playing the Jags. You're not playing the Texans. You're playing a defense that not only the corners are nice, they could bring pressure.
Easily.
They could easily.
They get the Chiefs to run for their money.
Exactly. And if you have a team that could do that, and mind you, this is the second time they did that. They did that in the playoffs, and they just did that in the regular season. So this is a team that, frankly, got some potential. My thing is, let's see how he plays. He needs to have, again, I'm not trying to say he should be like, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to put him like that, but if he gives me 200 yards, 1 touchdown, no turnovers, give me a completion percentage of at least 60%, I'll be okay, and I'll be willing to see how we go from there. But I'm just worried. I really am, because this Bears organization is bugging, bro. They bugging because, last week Andy Dalton was injured.
Yep.
They put Mr. Fields in.
5 quarterbacks were injured.
To put Andy Dalton back in. What type of witchery is this?
It's like you're playing Madden in real life.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, bro. No, you can't just swap them out and be like, oh yeah, it's gonna be fine. No, my guy. And I'm gonna say this now. Andy Dalton will never play another down for the Chicago Bears, barring injury. He just lost the starting position. Mind you, he was already on thin ice in terms of the starting position. He was already on thin ice. It was like a Cam Newton type of situation where you're there and you're starting now, but you're not keeping the job the whole year. It's only a matter of time before the rookie comes up and takes over. It's only a matter of time. So to me, I want to see how he plays. I want to see how he does. I'm very curious against a very good offense. I'm sorry, very good defense. Again, he doesn't have to rip the top off.
Nope.
But as
But
long
he
as
just has to show improvement.
exact, that's it. That's it. That's all you need to ask from rookie. Can you show me some type of improvement? If you can show me some type of improvement, I ain't gonna come at you too hard. You know what I mean? But pretenders or contenders? That's gonna be the next topic. Look, my guy, we got week 2 has been popping off. A lot of dudes been acting like they don't know what they're doing, bro. I don't know what's going on, bro. It's only been 2 weeks in the NFL season, and dudes is out here popping off like crazy. Derek Carr all of a sudden wants to act like he's elite. Aaron Rodgers don't know what's going on with his life. Jalen Hurts is like, I'm good one day, I'm bad the next. This is nuts, bro. This is crazy to me. So I'm gonna give you 3 teams. Since I named the quarterbacks, you could probably take a guess at where I'm going with this. And I want you to give me your legit opinion. Are they legitimate contenders to make the playoffs? Or are they just like a flash in the pan? Number 1, the Las Vegas Raiders. Do you think they can make the playoffs?
Oof. What I'm seeing these past 2 weeks, yes. I feel like the Raiders are going to surprise everybody and be a true playoff contender. I didn't say Super Bowl.
Well, that's fine. Playoffs, yep, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about playoffs. Let me ask you a question, because I'm with you. I do think the Raiders could make the playoffs. This is where I kind of get torn.
Okay.
Do you think they could win the division, or are they a wild card team? Because I'll be honest with you, that's where I get torn. Because the way Derek Carr is playing, you can make an argument that they could be at the bare minimum in contention to win the division. The same division with the Chiefs. Let me say that out there. The same division with the Chiefs. I feel like the way they're playing right now, they should at least be in the conversation of the AFC West.
Of course.
So, but again, here's the question. Can they legitimately win it? Or are they just going to be a wild card team?
I feel that since it's too early to tell for them to even be truly in the division. Well, not division, in the actual playoffs, like guaranteed position. I believe they're gonna come up from behind and actually be in the wild card, only because it's pretty hard to win the division when they're in the division with the Chiefs, who 2 seasons ago won. Last season made it to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's gonna be interesting.
It is. Because again, it's the Raiders, the Broncos, which is nuts to me. Like, let me read you the standings of the AFC West right now. Let this sink in. The Raiders and Broncos are tied for first, both 2-0. Tied for last is the Chiefs and Chargers. If I'm a Chargers fan, I'm popping off tonight. I don't care what happens. I'm popping off tonight.
You know what they say? If you're not first, you're last.
Exactly.
And that's truly the sentiment right here.
And exactly, and that's crazy. Like, and again, it's early, so I'm not. If I'm a Chiefs fan, don't panic. You guys. The reason you guys are 1-1 is because of a crazy last second play against the Ravens. Like, let's. You know what I mean? It was craziness. So I'm not gonna poo on them. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But again, if I'm a Chargers fan, this is the highlight of my season. This is it. Because this is the closest I'm gonna get. This is the closest I'm gonna get to being a contention right now. Week 2, bro. Because come week 3, they gonna be 1-3. Everyone else gonna be like 2-1 to 3-0. You know what I mean? Like
regular teams.
Yeah. So like it's gonna be funny. So that's the Raiders. So we both agree they'll make the playoffs. More than likely a wild card team.
Okay. Of course.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, see, that's one that hurts me. Only because I saw what they did in week 1, and I did not receive the same energy week 2.
Nope. I'm 100%. And it's crazy because the Niners gave them every opportunity to win.
Yep.
That's the crazy.
And you know what's even worse is that I'm not even an Eagles fan.
Neither am I.
I was still mad that they beat us for the Super Bowl. But that's besides the point. Once I saw Jalen Hurts, I was like, oh, is this like a revitalized version of Michael Vick? Like, is he gonna bring that energy? Is he gonna bring like everything that Vic brought to the Eagles back in the day. You know,
I'm
like
with you. I'm
yes,
100%. I'm with
especially since they have the wide receivers, the Heisman. I think I forgot his
you.
name.
Freeman.
Hmm.
It looks like Devontae, but it's Devontae.
Yes, 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 yes. It's
Yeah,
Devontae.
it's like I'm pretty sure it's like Devonta Freeman. Smith.
Yes,
Devonta
yes,
Smith. Yes. Yeah, look, I agree with you, man. Like this team, and again, maybe it's just me, right? Like I love Jalen Hurts. I've been supportive of him since last year when they kind of Eagles didn't know what to do. We don't know if we want to keep Carson Wentz. We don't know if we want to try to make it work with Hurts. I was one of the guys that was like, look, man, once you start looking at your franchise guy like we don't know, you should probably get rid of him. You see what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
for instance, when with New England, when Tom Brady was like, they're not looking at me the same. I'm out, man. I don't need this. He left. You feel
Of
me?
course,
So
of
it's
course.
like if they
They're
don't
gonna
want
feel
you, yeah. So it's like, but for Jalen Hurts, like I said, I'm a fan of him. I
course.
like him a lot. I really do. I do see some improvement. I'm gonna sound bugging for saying this, and I think we'll figure out if I should be locked up in an insane asylum come week 6. We'll probably like week 6, 7. We'll find out. I think the Eagles are winning this division.
Eagles usually win the division.
Before I had the Giants. Now looking at everything, I love Daniel Jones, but
Yes.
he's not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. Yeah, so they ain't gonna have to try to figure out something with him. Dallas was out here crying, and they were like, "We beat the Chargers." I was like, "It was a great day." I expected confetti to fall, the Lombardi Trophy to come out. You know what I
I
mean?
thought.
I'm week 2.
Listen, man. Touching a little bit on the little Cowboys thing. I'm just saying they. I thought they were gonna come like week 1, but they didn't
Nope,
because it's the Cowboys.
100%.
Big letdown. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
Of course.
It's okay to not be great. That's fine. It's okay to not be great. That's not a problem. Just admit it. You feel me? But I mean, Dallas. I think they're gonna peak. Washington football team is like the only really other wild card because they have the best defense in the division. Terry McLaurin is showing that, bro. I'm an elite receiver, and Taylor Heineke. I like the kid. I really do. I think he's got something. I think the Washington football team. I think the best thing that happened for them, and I'm gonna sound crazy for saying this, but the best thing that happened for them was Ryan Fitzpatrick getting hurt. That really was the best thing for them because now you have a young kid in Taylor Heineke who kind of brings energy and he's mobile. He's mobile.
Of course.
So you know what I mean? So let's say the pocket collapses or something. He could scramble. He can give you something. So I definitely do like that. But in terms of the Eagles, I think he's as of right now is going to go to the Eagles.
Yeah, man.
Final
Dude,
team.
right now, Washington is above the Eagles in their division.
They are, and yes, they
Even
are.
though they're tied. Even though they're tied.
Yeah,
With
they
the Cowboys.
are. But that's what I'm saying. Come week 7, we'll get kind of a better picture and we'll see. Because for all we know, somebody could run away with the division. You know what I mean? Maybe somebody could run and all of a sudden, instead of 7 wins winning you the division, maybe 8. Who knows? So, but this last thing, this one, I'm gonna sound bugging for questioning this, but I think this is a conversation people really need to have. The Packers. Are they really gonna make the playoffs? Now, before you say anything, this team is talented. I'm not gonna poop on that, right?
Yes.
You got a great receiver in Devontae Adams, a top 2 receiver at worst. You got Aaron Rodgers, right? This deep still have a solid defense, which is weird to me because Aaron Rodgers was crying that he didn't, oh my God, the offense, I don't have anything. But then the defense is kind of what keeps you in the game. But whatever, I digress.
Of course.
Do you think they can make the playoffs? Not only with the roster, but with like the turmoil that's going on. So when they're getting smacked, and Aaron Rodgers looks like he just wants to smoke a doobie on the sideline.
Dude, like Aaron Rodgers look like he's been going through a midlife crisis on the field. Like ever since week 1 against the Saints, Come on, man. Aaron Rodgers threw what? 2 interceptions in like the first 2 passes.
Imagine. But let that be Tom Brady. Let that be Tom Brady. I'm throwing that out there right quick. Aaron Rodgers doesn't. Aaron Rodgers is going through some stuff. He doesn't want to be there. Did you see how the organization treated him? Let Tom Brady do that.
The Packers were good to Rodgers
Bro,
all these years.
They were. I mean, he got mad because they drafted a QB. Here's the thing, Aaron. You get injured. You get injured.
And this isn't Madden. Every time I injure him in the game, put him back in. You can't do that in real life.
Exactly. That's the problem. And the thing is like, yo, Aaron Rodgers, if you're injured, right? Let's say you get injured and you're out. As a team, I want a backup that I'm comfortable putting out and being like, okay, we have a good team surrounding him. We can just tell this kid, yo, go out there, relax, don't turn the ball over, put it in gear, just go easy. Don't strip the gears, don't go buck wild. And that's the part Aaron Rodgers didn't understand. Then he started crying, oh my God, I don't have enough help with my offense. What?
Not enough help.
And again, I'm gonna say this again. Let Tom Brady say that. Imagine what people would say. Let Tom Brady say something like that.
Yo, there'll be many memes made just to spite Tom Brady. Only because people hate greatness.
Exactly. So I never understood why is it that when Aaron Rodgers says it, oh, the organization did him dirty. But then if Tom Brady were to say anything like that, oh, what you want everybody? You're damn right I want everybody because I want to win. I don't know about you. I want to win. I want to look, man. If this is basketball, hey yo, if I'm the starting point guard, I want James Harden at the 2. I want LeBron at the 3. I want Giannis at the 4, and you better give me Jokic at the 5. I don't care. I want the best team, and guess who's coming off my bench? I got Chris Paul coming off my bench.
Of course.
I don't want to hear no garbage, no conjecture. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear nobody giving me any poo poo.
Of course not.
You
want to win.
Exactly.
That's the goal.
And it's like, bro, you got a top 2. To me, Devontae Adams is the best receiver in the league. For me, I put him 1 and I put D-Hop 2. Now, people tell me you got D-Hop 1 and Devontae 2. That's fine. The only way I won't listen to your list is if you don't have those. If you got 2 other people in your top 2. Like, for instance, if you got Tyreek Hill in your top 2, go home. You don't know what you're talking about. Football's not for you. Okay? But as for Aaron Rodgers, for him to complain and go, I don't have enough help. It's like, bro, LeBron James said we top heavy as bleep. Everybody killed him. Aaron Rodgers, I need more help on my offense.
Drafting players. That's all
yeah, bro. I'm like, you got a top 2 receiver. I don't care what anybody says. Mercedes Valdez-Scantling, he's not garbage. He's not garbage. He has a team around him. I'm gonna go on a limb. I don't think they're making the playoffs. I don't. And it's not because this game. It's not because this team is trash. It's just because Aaron Rodgers clearly doesn't want to be there, and that's no secret. He doesn't want to be there. So it's like in his mind, he really doesn't. He's like, I don't care if we lose. I don't care if we win. I'm out next year, regardless. Whether
he's getting paid regardless.
Exactly. So in his mind, he's got nothing to lose. Whether it be I'm gonna go host Jeopardy and retire, or Jimmy Garoppolo's choking up a storm. Let me go to San Francisco. Let me be their knight in shining armor. Maybe something happens with the Rams and Matthew Stafford doesn't work out. They let him go. They pick up Aaron Rodgers. Like Aaron Rodgers is gonna have, he's gonna have options.
Of course.
Kind of like in his mind, he's like, it doesn't matter. He's like, I missed the playoffs before, so what difference would it be now? He kind of has a built-in safety net because he can just be like, we went through some stuff. They didn't want me. He's got an excuse built in. So for me personally, I don't think they're making the playoffs. And again, not because they're not talented. I just believe that the chemistry and the whole thing that happened in the offseason.
It's not there. It's not there.
It's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. Like even with him and Devontae Adams, because there are routes that Devontae Adams ran last year that was perfect. This year they look off. They don't look the same at all. So that's how it's going to be. That my show's about to get canceled just for saying the Packers won't make the playoffs, 100%. But this thing ain't canceled. But before I get canceled, let me move on. NFL Week 3. Look, man, I said this last week, and I'm gonna say it again. I see why God created Sundays, and it's for football. I don't care what anybody says. Without football, Sundays would be meaningless. And I said it. Fight me if you disagree. We're gonna go through every single Sunday and Monday game, and we're gonna try to quote the great Conor McGregor, who I don't care what anybody says would beat Dustin Poirier. We're gonna try to predict these things and figure out who's gonna win. So number one, first and foremost, we're not gonna talk about the Panthers. We're not gonna talk about the Texans. They already played. Panthers beat the bejesus out of them, 24-9. Christian McCaffrey decided to get injured. Thanks, CMC. I should have never have picked him up in my fantasy.
Hey, man.
Sam Darnold, okay. And I was telling you this before the show. Sam Darnold is not my goal. I've been a fan of his. All of a sudden, he's popping off. I told you the line. Tom who? Patrick, but what? Nah, it's about Sam Darnold. If Sam Darnold does not win MVP, this league is rigged. But I digress with that. Chargers, Chiefs, lay it on me. Who taking the dub?
Chiefs coming off that huge loss. Not really huge, but huge to them. For losing in the fashion that they did. They're going to come back stronger than ever. Granted, it was against the Ravens team and a great Lamar Jackson. Because, if Lamar Jackson had more throwing ability, it'd be complete package. But just off his legs alone, they won that game.
100%, I agree with you. I think the Chargers aren't there yet. They do have the ability, the potential to be eventually, but they're not there yet. So I'm 100% with you. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I think the Chiefs are going to win pretty handily. I think it's going to be like 2 or more possessions. Me personally, I don't see this game going buck wild for the Chiefs. I don't see them losing this out of pocket. They're 1-1, but like you said, they lost us some craziness against the Ravens. It came down to the wire. So I definitely got the Chiefs on this one. Next game, Cardinals, Jags, lay it on me.
I got to go for the Cardinals. Not just because Kyler Murray's on the team and he's on my fantasy team. No, because this man could do it all. This man could pass. This man could throw. He's very mobile. He's going to do what it needs to get done to get the Cardinals up there.
100%. We were talking about this earlier. If Lamar Jackson could throw the ball how Kyler Murray can, the dude could probably be a top 3 quarterback, no doubt.
Easily.
Easily. But he can't. Kyler Murray can, which is why I feel like Kyler Murray's a little disrespected. You know what I mean? Because he can do everything Lamar can, plus throw the ball. Let that sink in. And if people want to disrespect Kyler Murray, talking about he's about the same place as Dak Prescott. No, he's not. Get out of here. But I'm with you. I think the Cards are going to win. I think, and D-Hop is out with a rib injury. He's day-to-day. They don't know if he's going to play, but I wouldn't play him. This is the closest thing to a gimme game you can get.
Of course. It's the Jags.
Exactly. They still have a great offense, regardless if they have D-Hop or not. Not saying they're better without D-Hop, but against the Jags, you don't need D-Hop. So you can let them rest, get A.J. Green a couple more touches, get Christian Kirk a couple more touches, let Kyler be explosive. But I'm there with you 100%. I got the Cardinals beating the Jags. Bears, Browns, the debut of the greatest quarterback to ever grace God's green earth, Justin Fields.
Listen, I got mixed emotions here. Only because, what was it, two seasons ago? Yes. When Mayfield first took the field? And we saw like a glimpse of hope for the Browns. That's how I almost felt for Fields. Only because the last 2 games, he's only had 70 yards. No, 2 games.
Yep. Yeah, and you're right. You're right, 100%. I think he only had 1 pass against the Rams for 10 yards, and then the rest came after Andy Dalton. They didn't know what to do with the whole quarterback situation. So I'm with you. However, I look at Justin Fields how I look at Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I desperately, and when I say this, I mean it, I desperately want them to succeed. To the point that if Justin Fields goes out right now, tomorrow, right, he throws 5 interceptions, no touchdowns, under 50 yards, I will make up every excuse possible that it was not his fault. That's how bad I want this kid to succeed. I really do. Like we said in the first segment, he doesn't need to pop off. He doesn't need to go crazy.
No.
We both agree the Browns are going to win.
Of course.
But if Justin Fields can
well-needed win as well.
Right. If Justin Fields can just keep them hanging in there, I think he'll look good, but obviously the Browns, they gonna catch that dub.
Oh,
The
definitely.
Washington football team. The more I say it, by the way, the more I hope they don't change their name. They want to change their name. Just leave it Washington football team. Like at first, I was like, you guys are stupid, but now I think I think at this point I'm just brainwashing myself to like it because I have to say so much. The
Of course.
Washington football team versus the Buffalo Bills. Lay it on me.
Listen, man, I'm gonna have to give it to the Bills.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to give it to the Bills.
I'm there with you. Last year, I picked up Josh Allen for my fantasy team. I had a horrible season. Injuries decided to just obliterate me. COVID decided to make it to pay. Josh Allen was my knight. He saved what should have been like a 2-win season. He saved it. So that's my guy. The tandem between him and Stephon Diggs, I love it. I really think they're gonna win. However, even I ain't picking the Bills. Washington, I do like them a lot. I like Taylor Heineke and that little tandem he's creating with Terry McLaurin. Woo! I'm liking it. So I'm with you. If I got Bills, but I think it's gonna be closer than a lot of people think.
Barry, I only give it to the Bills only because, like, I feel they're more prepared. They have
Yes.
more. I'm not gonna say chemistry, but more moxie.
Right. Yes. I think them getting punched in their mouth against the Steelers, I think that kind of switched something because then week 2 they shut out the Dolphins, which I'm not gonna go buck wild and be like, oh my god, that's amazing. But shutting out any NFL team after you just got punched in your mouth, that shows that you guys was tight and
Of
you
course,
was
they're
feeling it.
first in their division.
Exactly. So 100%, I'm with you. I think the Bills are gonna win, but it's gonna be close. Speaking of close, Colts, Titans. I don't think I've ever had this much difficulty picking a team.
Listen, man. I'm going for the Titans, not just because King Henry got me almost 50 points last week in my astonishing victory, but because I believe. Don't look at me like.
I just want to throw this out there. The astonishing victory, legit. He scored like 203 points, and the guy he played against only scored like 80. So when he says astonishing, he's not capping. Like this really was an astonishing victory.
Yeah. Henry had more than half his points. That's all I'm saying there. I want him to continue, not like just like week 2, not week 1, week 2.
We don't talk about week 1. We don't talk about week 1. Week 1 happened. We don't talk about it.
I feel like he gained some momentum. He's not gonna stop. I feel like he's just too big to get stopped. They need to play him more, a little bit more touches. I'm praying for the Titans.
I'm there with you. Week 1, they kind of they fell in love with Julio, right? They had Julio, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's what they needed to do." Was what they did week 2. We gonna run the ball.
They should have done what got them to the playoffs in the first place.
Exactly. They should have committed to run the ball, then run and play action. If I'm not mistaken, week 2, Julio was on my fantasy team, got over 100 yards receiving. That opened, especially after that week 1 loss where everyone was like, "Is this gonna work?" I think now they're kind of getting an understanding. Like, look, let's run through Derrick Henry. Then after that, the passing game, because the passing game becomes wide open. Because think about it, you have 2 potentially 1,000-yard receivers on each side of the field. You got AJ Brown, and then you got Julio, right? So if they stack the box, what happens? Now let's say they don't stack the box and they double team one of them. That's fine. That still gives Derrick Henry an open lane. So you still got something. I'm with you. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to come down to a field goal. I genuinely do. I think
I do as well.
100%, because it's like it all depends on if Carson Wentz plays, because God knows what happened, but both his ankles went splat, right? Like he got 2 sprained ankles.
How do you sprain both ankles? Like
I have no idea. He found a way, and I love Carson Wentz, but the best thing he does in terms of playing is getting injured. I don't know how he does it, but it's amazing how he does that. But it also will depend on whether or not he plays. That's going to be interesting to see. Saints, Patriots. Well, I'm just going to start off full disclosure when it comes to this game. Do not listen to me. I am as biased as they come, so I'm picking the Patriots.
Sir.
Yes, 100%. Right now, we are not 1-1. We're 1-0. Every time we lose, it just counts as did not play. And that's it. We're going to be the only team in the NFL to go undefeated. Matter of
Yes,
fact,
sir.
I'll be nice. I'll give us one loss to losing to Tom Brady. But after that, we're going to be undefeated. If it's a loss, it just doesn't count. It's a DMP. Think about it. Because listen, if I'm a wide receiver, right, and I didn't play, it doesn't negative. Words are hard for me today. Negatively impact my career stats. If I average 5 yards, if I'm running back, I average 5 yards per carry, and I didn't play, I don't drop. So DMP, I'm good with that. But like I said, I got Pats.
I got Pats too. I feel like their last victory really propelled them from that first week, loss to the Dolphins. That's hard. Even though, listen, we get through it.
Yep.
I feel like Mac Jones did way better than he did in the first game. He actually went 22 for 30. That's not bad.
Yep. I do want to see them test his arm a little bit. I do want them to try to throw the ball a little deeper just to see not only if he can throw, because I believe he can throw the ball, but I want to see if he's able to read the deep defense, right? Like, because the thing is, if you only got to worry about the line and the linebackers, I don't want to say it's easy, but just thinking and dacking it, it's easy.
Of course.
But when you start having to look downfield as well, when you kind of have to wait and make sure your line protects you, and if your line doesn't, for you to move up in the pocket, I do want to see some of that. Also, Jameis Winston, LASIK Jameis left the building. Right, week 1, the dude went bonkers. Week 2, people thought he was bonkers. Like, it was wild. Like, the fall from grace from this dude was amazing. That fall from grace was amazing, my guy. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I want to see how the Saints readjust with a coach like Sean Payton. I believe he'll be able to sit Jameis down and say, Jameis, we need week 1, Jameis. Week 2 didn't happen. It's good. Let's relax.
Listen, man.
But again, he's got to change it against a Bill Belichick defense.
Yes.
That's a tough part.
But all of it, I feel like the Saints have potential.
Yes.
I don't want them to beat us, but they have potential to be a good team.
They do.
Great running team as well.
And that's the thing. Like, they should probably start utilizing Alvin Kamara a little more.
Way more.
And honestly, I was if Jameis wants to throw it, why don't you line Alvin Kamara up in the slot? Throw him out there, because listen, Alvin Kamara got hands. He's a great receiving running back. He's got hands. So if you put him out there, I'll take that ride with you. I won't think you're bugging, But they definitely do got to utilize him a little more if they want to overcome this this transition period now that Drew Brees is gone. Next game on the docket, Falcons, Giants. This one kept me up at night, right? And like, usually when I do the list, I usually do them Wednesday, right? I try to do them Wednesday. I did this one Thursday. This was one of the games that made me think, because this is the only game that I can see both teams losing. And what I mean by that is I can imagine the Falcons defense making Danny Dimes look like a baller, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to wipe your eyes and be like, Tom? Like, Tom went to New York? Like, you feel me? But
listen, it's a battle of the 0-2s right now.
Yes.
Somebody has to win.
Yes.
Somebody has to win.
Exactly. Like, somebody has to win. You feel me? And I feel like this is the only game that, like, the winner won't really be a winner. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be like, okay, yeah, they won, but, I mean, who really cares?
Just to say they haven't lost.
Right. So, in terms of the Giants need this bad. Like, they really do. You know what I mean? Like, they thought they had to play for the division. They wanted to make sure Daniel Jones was that guy. Saquon, coming back from his injury, he has been slow. He kind of going to need some time. They need this win. Yeah, they need this win, especially in that weak division, which, frankly, looks like it's not getting really that much weaker. It's going to be interesting.
Everybody's 1-1 in their division.
Right.
Except the Giants.
Right. So they're all still kind of fighting for it. It's going to be interesting. I just want to make sure I keep my consistency here. I got the Giants, but that's one game that, like, I'm so scared. Like, I will never in my life bet. Like, I'm not going to bet that game, bro. Like, no lie. Like, if anyone tells me, bro, you got a 20 on, you want to bet $20 on the Giants? Nah, bro. You ain't going to catch me. Not that game. I might bet on another game, but not on that game. So next game that we need to chit-chat about, Bengals, Steelers. We talked about this. You and I are actually on like two different pages right now.
Of course.
I need to figure out what am I missing? Why? Because if I'm not mistaken, you think the Bengals are going to win, correct?
Correct.
What
I feel
am I
like they're
missing?
surprising.
What am I missing? What surprise?
Listen, man. After like the way they was looking, preseason, it wasn't that great. They went what 2-2, right? I feel like that's progress, and not only that, I feel like the Steelers aren't how they used to be, especially Big Ben. I feel like the Bengals it'll be close, but they'll win by a field goal, if not a point.
I'm gonna put it to you this way. I don't know if this Bengals offense can really do enough damage to the defense to win the game. That's kind of where I'm a little iffy on that. Like I got the Steelers, right? I think the Steelers are gonna win. I believe the Steelers are going to use Najee Harris, and they're actually going to give him more opportunities. When you were last in the league in rushing last year, and then you have you say James Conner was the reason, you let him walk, then you get Najee Harris, and you say you're going to run the ball. They're kind of using him like an Alvin Kamara, and it's like you got to pound with them. You know what I mean? I do get why you think they'll surprise us. Just for that, I'm starting Jamar Chase. I'm gonna start Jamar Chase on my fantasy. If he does not give me at least 15 points, you have some explaining to do.
I apologize ahead of time.
Okay, so you got that's gonna be. I'm definitely gonna watch that game. You got Bengals. I got Steelers. When the Steelers win, and I hate the Steelers with a passion, with like a burning passion. I hate them.
I still hate that they robbed that Super Bowl off the Cardinals.
Yes, so I hate them. One of my friends I used to work with, Antoine, he's a Steelers fan, so he's probably laughing at me because I told him I'll never root for Steelers ever in my life. I'm a liar, so unfortunately I have to root for them now. So next game, Ravens, Lions. We have to be on the same page on this one, right? It's the Ravens, right?
Of course.
Right? And for all the hoopla about, oh my God, they have no running backs, they still have Lamar. So it's not like they're devoid of running backs, right?
Of course not.
Right. So, I mean, I will say this, though. Jared Goff. I like Jared Goff. Jared Goff is showing something. I don't care what anybody says. He on a redemption tour. He's like, look, I may not win, but guess what? I'm going to win apologies. I don't want games. I'm going to win apologies. I'm here to make sure I get in the sorry. And don't tweet me. No. Come to the game. We got plenty of seats. No one watches Detroit Lions games. So we got plenty of seats. Come down here and apologize.
Listen, I feel like they won't, only because they lost to a weak Packers team. I believe they lost to the Niners, but it's the Niners.
Right.
So, that was out. But the Packers, who got blown out, almost blown out.
I will agree with you there. They had that Packers, like that Packers team was very vulnerable. And I will give it to you, if that Lions team had capitalized on it and they got that win, listen, I'm saying this. We're gonna talk about who the Packers are playing. But if the Packers lost to the Lions, Aaron Rodgers would have retired.
Of course.
He's like 0-2.
Not even waiting the end of the season.
Nope. 100%. Now he gone. And honestly, I would blame him because I'm not even gonna go on that. Next time I have an episode by myself, I'm gonna dedicate a segment to just bashing Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bash Aaron, and I'm gonna do it by myself so no one can stop me. Right? Like I'm gonna do it so nobody can stop me. Nobody can say a word. Nobody can be like, "Yo, Pride, you out of pocket." All y'all voices in my pocket. I'm patting it. Nobody can say nothing to me. I'm gonna say what I want. It's my show, and no one can stop me. But we both got Ravens. This one, Jets and Broncos. At this point, I want to change the question for this one because we both know the Broncos are going to win, right?
Of course.
What? Let's play a game over under 1.5. How many picks you think Zach Wilson throwing against the Broncos?
2.
2 picks. So
2 picks.
So it's 1.5. You
2
got the
picks
over.
and a half.
Is that 2 picks? So what? He gonna fumble it? So that's gotta be the half, right? A fumble? Like he throws it, he ends up fumbling it. That's the half.
No, I said at the half. But yes, you can put 2.5. It doesn't matter. It can count.
Yo, look. Honestly, it was funny. I was making jokes. The kid is a rookie, so I'm not gonna poop on him that much. I do like Teddy Bridgewater with this Broncos team. The way he's playing, the way he's like not only playing, the way he's like commandeering this offense. I think it was week 2 where Von Miller came up to him and he was like, "Bro, the stuff you're talking, bro, it's like when Peyton Manning was here. When you got Von Miller, an elite linebacker, telling you who's the leader on that team, telling you, bro, last time we've had your type of leadership at that position was since 1-8, Peyton Manning. You're doing something right."
Listen, the Broncos have to be tough, especially in their division with the Raiders, the Chiefs. They have to be strong.
Yep.
So, no doubt, I feel the Broncos are going to go 3-0. Just me.
100%. They definitely will go 3-0. They're gonna keep that the AFC West spicy for a little bit. Next game, Dolphins Raiders.
Oh, I hate the Dolphins, but that's not the point. That's not the point.
I'm not a fan of the Dolphins, but I like Tua Tagovailoa.
Of course. I just don't like the Dolphins only because they beat us first game. That's besides the point. The Raiders. Need I say more? We were just talking about this earlier. Literally a segment ago. Raiders might be, if not walk hard, they're gonna be the playoffs. And we're gonna have to start treating them like a real team if they continue how they showed us these past 2 games.
100%. I'm 100% there with you. These guys, like they're demanding respect, especially Derek Carr. They're showing, and Darren Waller's trying to prove that, bro, I'm a top 3 tight end, period. And he might even try to prove that he's better than George Kittle or better than Travis Kelce. So this definitely, we both agree, we got the Raiders. But especially because Tua's out, I believe Jacoby Brissett is going to end up playing and starting for the Dolphins. So, I don't want to say that's a gimme, but if the Raiders lose this one, a lot of questions going to be asked for them. Next game, which honestly, this might have been the hardest one I've had to take a gander at. Buccaneers versus Rams.
I got to go for the goal.
100%. I'm going to put it to you this way. Have the same team. It's the same matchup, the same everything. If Aaron Rodgers, a happy Aaron Rodgers, was in Tampa, I'm going Rams. The only reason I'm going Tampa is because of that man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, say it with me now. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. That means another man has the same name and will be forgotten in history because of his son.
Course.
Let that sink in.
Not only Brady, but his dynamic duo, his partner, his best friend, Rob Gronkowski, who, by the way, they've combined for just 6 touchdowns just themselves in the past 2 weeks.
Let that sink in. They got over 100 touchdowns as a duo. Gronk is going to Gronk making the Pro Bowl. I'm saying it right now.
If Gronk got out of retirement just to play with Brady, I would do the same.
100%.
I'll do the same.
100%. But if Tom is telling me, yo, Pride, I'm going to let you play. Tom, I'm out of shape. I can't play. Don't worry, I got you. The first week, I don't care. I'm at running back. I'm giving you 120 yards. I'm at receiver. I'm giving you 4 touchdowns. But Tom, what about everybody else? No, Tom, give me the ball. I'm giving you 4 TDs. I'm gonna prove you right, Tom. I love you. I wish I was Giselle so I could wake up.
Hey man, I just feel like the Bucks are stacked. They are. They
are.
Come on.
Yeah, bro. They got that. What I like is, like, let's say Mike Evans has a bad game. You still got Chris Godwin to step up, right?
Of course.
Still got, well, at the time, AB, but AB's out because of COVID. But AB would step up. Like the first, like week 1, he had a couple touchdowns himself. You got Gronk. You have Leonard Fournette, who not only can run the ball, but he could also be a receiver back. So they have guys where, like, if one guy isn't, whatever the case may be, whether he's dropping the ball or he's not getting targets, they have other guys who can step up. Now, I will say this: Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp is becoming a very fun tandem. I'm enjoying watching them. However, I do think at the end it's going to be chemistry that's going to win over, and the Buccaneers have a little bit more chemistry than the Rams. So I'm going Buccaneers. matters, and it's gonna come down to a field goal where everyone goes, "Oh my God, Tom Brady won by another field goal." Yeah, but he won. So do me a favor, go
Winning is winning.
Exactly, go kiss the Super Bowl rings. Don't disrespect him. So you don't understand, bro. That gets me so angry when people say, "Oh, he won by a field goal." Okay, you never won a football game in your life. What are you talking about, loser? Get me so tight.
There's a reason the field goals are part of the game.
Exactly. I'm like, and they be like, "Oh, wait, do it." I'm like, okay, Tom Brady threw him in position. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen Tom Brady score a drive from the 1 yard line? Yes. Have you ever seen a kicker kick the ball from the 1 yard line? All right, then. So do me a favor, go stub your toe. I don't care what anybody says anymore. Next one, Seahawks, Vikings. I'm going Russ.
Russ has been consistent. Like, you can't even go against that. I feel Seahawks, they probably gonna make a playoff run. He needs one.
100%.
They could be last in the division now, but that's only because they have good teams that are 2-0 already, which is the Niners, the Rams, and the Cardinals. It's gonna be pretty hard to win that division, but I feel like Russ make that.
Yeah, it is going to be hard right now. It's between the Seahawks and the Cardinals, who I believe will win the division. I think they're going to be in a tight race. But I do have the Seahawks. Nothing against Kirk Cousins. If I want to see what Kirk Cousins comes out. If I need kinfolk Kirk now, if no one here has ever either been to prison or watched 60 Days In, when you go to prison, right, on 60 Days In, it's actually like you go there, and what it is instead of gangs, most of them they go by like race. You know what I mean? So like if anyone here has ever watched 60 Days In, the dude Abner, right? He was a Chicano, right? Then there's Woods that are white people, and kinfolk or black, right? Kirk Cousins get busy, bro. I'm calling him kinfolk Kirk. He one of us. I'm inviting him to the cookout. if he get busy against the Seahawks team, this dude look and Kirk Cousins.
I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm just saying Russ has been there before.
I will take. By the way, with that whole kinfolk Kirk thing, I might get us canceled. So if I lose my podcast, it's been real. But I definitely do think I'm definitely gonna take the Seahawks. I like them better. I really do. I think Tyler Lockett doesn't get as much respect as he deserves, and not only lighting him up on the other side of DK, that's a problem. So I'm with you, 100%. I got the Seahawks there. Packers, Niners. Who you got?
Niners.
Really?
I just feel like the Packers. I feel like Aaron Rodgers, just on his dynamics alone for the past 2 weeks, I feel like they're not going to be the Niners. Niners are 2-0 for a reason. They're leading the division for a reason.
I understand. I'm going to go Packers. Now, the reason I'm going to go Packers is just because I like Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't believe in him. Because now with all of their injuries to the running back, because the Niners are a running team, with all the injuries to their running backs, that means Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have to step up. I wrote an article on my website, www.pridefultakes.com, and it's basically saying Jimmy G either has to step up or step out, because this is now the time where like he proves he could be the future of this team. Well, not even the future, the now of this team, because this team right now believes they could win a Super Bowl.
They made it to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, lost.
Exactly. So it's going to be, and some could say, if Jimmy G, I believe this to Emmanuel Sanders, if he doesn't overthrow that ball, he might have a ring. Some people you can make that argument, but I'm gonna go Packers, even though I think by halftime we'll figure out who will win or lose. I think by halftime, if Aaron Rodgers throws 2 interceptions, he's going to mentally check out, and he's not going to care anymore, regardless of what the score is. So I think that is going to come into play. But I just, me personally, I believe that the Niners, it's not really going to be that the Packers won the game. I just think it's going to be the Niners lost it. So last game. This is gonna be funny. I'm definitely gonna piss some people off, and I love to do that. Eagles, Cowboys is gonna be them rough boys from Philly versus We won week 2. We did it, man. We made it. Oh, wait, this is a week 3? Dummies, bro. Eagles, Cowboys. Who's taking the dub?
I gotta give it to the Eagles.
Thank you. 100%, I'm going Eagles. I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a solid game. I think he's going to have a good game. I think the Eagles defense will be able to.
I feel the Cowboys are going to have to step up if they even want to contend with the Eagles. I feel like Zeke should bring more what he did in week 2, not week 1, into the game. Like,
yeah, I 100% I agree. I'm with you there. I definitely got the Eagles. I think we said this earlier. I think it's the Eagles division right now.
Yeah.
Come week 6, 7, we'll find out if I'm crazy. But as of right now, even though they're not leading the division, I believe Washington is.
Washington's leading the division, yeah.
Yeah, even though that, I just believe in the next 3 weeks, I do believe the Eagles will start stepping up more and they'll start playing better and they'll start, because again, Jalen Hurts has confidence in not only in himself, but the organization now giving him confidence. And now you can tell by the way he's playing, he's kind of taking a couple more chances, a couple more risks because he's like, look, I'm allowed to make mistakes because they're not going to penalize me. They're not going to violate me. They're not going to go buck wild. So it's going to be tight, but 100%, I got the Eagles. I definitely got the Eagles, bro.
Definitely. Same here. I feel like the Eagles have something to prove.
Yeah. Bro, it's 51 minutes. I know I told you before the show was going to be 30 minutes. Boy,
yes. You lied. It's okay.
I
hope you get canceled. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You hope I get canceled? I hope the Steelers destroy the Penguins.
See, why I got to take it there?
Because I have. Matter of fact, I hope we lose. I hope the Saints beat us. That's how mad at you I am right now.
That's messed up. That was messed up.
Follow us on Twitter at Prideful Takes. Every time something pops up, I'll be dropping it there. Catch us on Facebook at Prideful Takes. I'll be putting memes every Wednesday night, Thursday morning. I'll drop my NFL predictions. So that's a fun one to check out. Check us out on YouTube, Prideful Takes. All that we got every episode there. Check out the website www.pridefultakes.com. Not only do you have every episode of the podcast there, but we also have original articles. And I know my face is hit. You feel me? It's tough to look at me sometimes. So on Spotify, Prideful Takes podcast, you'll see us there. This was fun. I definitely hope you actually have excuse my friends, the balls to come back because that was fun. It was fun.
It was nice. It was good.
Like always, it's your boy Pride, my main man over here, Hyro. Appreciate you guys spending some time with us, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Be safe.
Knew where that was going. That was a great read. Oh, Lillard from the logo. That'll quiet the
2 on the season. 2nd and 1 for the Bills. They handle the rush. Allen looking. End zone.
To Shohei Ohtani. Center field. Let's watch it go.
Did several of those inside low kicks.